Again, I think that the biggest question maybe in economics and politics of the coming decades will be what to do with all these useless people.
This world of deglobalization, and I'm a proud globalist, so I'm going to say it first and foremost.
This afternoon, the Secretary General and Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a strategic partnership between the UN and the World Economic Forum, which outlines areas of cooperation to deepen engagement between the two institutions and to jointly accelerate the implementation of the 2030 Agenda.
Give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. Yeah. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who've donated to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and cryptos moving up. Do not forget, guys, it's President's Day, so everything is closed. So we know all the liquidity is going to be coming into Bitcoin because we are the only game in town. And we have stacks getting almost a 50% pump. Now, guys, we have Cameron Winklevoss says that the bull run is going to come from the east. And, guys, we know he's exactly right. And we know why he said that. Because the emerging markets, the east, is going to be leading us in the 4th Industrial Revolution. But, guys, do not forget this week is going to be a roller coaster ride because we know we have futures. Now, also, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which we're trading lower on Friday. The dollar right now is slightly lower. We have volume, which we see volume is back in the market today. Tether, USDC, and then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo still over $2 trillion. We have the central banks running off the balance sheet and raising rates to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And guys, we can see this is a well-oiled machine. We see all the distractions going on, the magic tricks, so then therefore they can finally pull off this crisis, so then therefore they can bring in the digital transformation. Even though we have the war in Russia and China, we still see the digital transformation. Even though we had the situation when it comes to Ohio, we still saw the digital transformation. So guys, that's the reason why I bring you these videos. And then also in my Patreon, I gave you a special video last night. Guys, it's very important to pay attention to the crypto space, but you also have to make sure you're paying attention to the geopolitical events. And we're starting to see things heat up. Now, not only is China very important, but then also, guys, we know Janet Yellen is very important just because of this debt ceiling. We know since she stated that the United States was at the debt ceiling January 19th, she's no longer funding federal retirement accounts. And we know that liquidity is coming back into the market and helping out Bitcoin, cryptos, and then also tech stocks. And then also, guys, don't forget the central banks are going to be raising rates and run off the balance sheet in March. And then we take a break until May. And then in the summer, guys, the games are going to begin. And we know we always take a big pullback going towards the third and fourth quarter. And we know we're due for a slight pullback in the first quarter. It happens every single year. And then also, guys, we know when it comes to the politicians, we know they're going to be stepping up the Hegelian dialectic. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale sitting at about $21.5 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have crypto exchange FTX Japan to resume withdrawals on February 21st. And guys, we know they were completely solvent from the beginning and had no reason to hold the money. Now we have energy giant Saudi Aramco signs agreement with Drop Group to build Web3 tech. And we know the Middle East is definitely a leader in crypto, this digital transformation, the metaverse. And speaking of the Middle East, we have Abu Dhabi starts $2 billion initiative to back Web3 startups, and that is Hub 71. And guys, you know, when I first started, I did a lot of videos on Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, the smart cities. They've been leading from the beginning. Now we have $7.7 billion in assets removed from FTX Bahamian estate to its U.S. counterparts leading up to bankruptcy filing. Now, guys, don't forget they said it was an $8 billion hold. That was the whole point of them filing bankruptcy. And then all of a sudden they found $5 billion a month later after the bankruptcy. So, guys, we know FTX was one of those companies they used to bring the house down. And then also, guys, we know what the bank man was working on. This $100 trillion derivatives market put on blockchain and ran by an algorithm. Do not forget that. Now we have GQ Magazine to launch its first NFT collection linked to real world reward. And guys, we know this is all about adoption and then also all about the metaverse. Now we have Animoca Brands invests in eSign to back his new product token table. And guys, we can definitely see the real use cases from eSign if you're looking at DocuSigns. Very important. And then lastly, guys, we have Hong Kong plans to lift ban on retail crypto trading. And we know eventually it's going to happen. And who controls Hong Kong? That's right, China. It may not be on the mainland, but we can see the dragon is using Hong Kong to lead in the fourth industrial revolution. We saw the crypto ETFs in Hong Kong, first of its kind, last year in December. And guys, we know the trial run for the digital yuan is going to end next year. They're going to be going live. And like the Winklevoss said, it's going to be the rise of China and the BRICS nations with the digital yuan backed by the digital SDR. And the fall of America to Babylon with the United States world reserve currency. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows when it comes to the New World Order. It's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.